Alrighty, everybody. Today we're looking at lesson 1-5 on graphing proportional relationships. So we know that a graph has several parts. Okay, when this whole thing without any points on it is called a coordinate plane. That's your grid marks. That's your x and y axis. That's the numbers. We call that a coordinate plane. Your x-axis runs side to side or horizontally. Your y-axis runs up and down, which is vertically. The way that I remember that is that horizontal has that line going across in a capital letter H. That tells me that it goes across. Vertical starts with a V, which just goes up and down. Our y-axis just goes up and down. Okay. Ordered pairs. So if we look here, this is point 1, 2. That's our x value, then our y value. The x always goes first. It tells us how far over to go, then how far up. I know that some elementary teachers are teaching you to draw a line in here. We don't want to do that anymore. Okay? We don't want to do that because we're going to be adding in extra lines and connecting points and things like that. And it's going to get really busy and really confusing really fast. Okay? So we don't want to draw on those lines. So this is our quadrant plane. We count our quadrants 1, 2, 3, then 4. Okay? So we need to know that to be able to look at graphing proportional relationships. Let's look at example 1. We're on page 46. It says that the slowest mammal on earth is the tree sloth. It moves at a speed of 6 feet per minute. Determine whether the number of feet the sloth moves is proportional to the number of minutes it moves by graphing on the coordinate plane. And then explain. So, two things. There's a couple things that have to be present for this to be a proportional relationship. So the first thing it has to do, it has to go through the origin. Okay, it has to pass through the point 0, 0. Okay, has to do that. Our line has to be increasing. That means that it has to be going in an upward direction. The third thing that it has to do, it has to be a straight line. Okay, so over here in the work zone, I want you to write what I put in my notes. Proportional graphs go through the origin, are increasing, if you need to write go up, then you can do that, and it needs to be a straight line. Okay, I'm going to ask that we pause the video while everybody writes that down in the work zone section on the left-hand side of that page. Okay. So, everything here has been graphed. We took our data table and we graphed it. The 0.16 is present, over 1 up 6. The 0.212 over 2 up 12. 3 and 18. 4 and 24. We saw that it goes through the origin, it is increasing, and it is a straight line. So yes, that is proportional. Let's look at example number 2. In example 2, we have 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 7, and 4, 9. It says that the cost of renting video games is shown in the table. Okay, so what they did is they plotted the points 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 7, 4, 9. They made their line and they saw that at 0 games it's still going to cost them $1. so that does not go through the origin, that means that that is not proportional. Okay? All you have to do is say, doesn't go through the origin, not proportional. That takes care of your whole answer. Alright? Okay, in example 3, we're looking at which represents a proportional relationship. Alright, so we have softball plus and the fun center because you're trying to compare prices. What it wants to know in this instance, it doesn't want to know which one's the better price. It wants to know which one is proportional. And when we look at this, only one of them has that possibility, and that's fun center because it goes through the origin. Both lines are increasing. Both lines are straight lines, but only the red one here for the fun center goes through the origin. So that is the only one that is proportional. Alright? Now, I want you guys to be careful when you are graphing. Okay? Please be careful. Because if your points aren't in a good spot, it's going to affect your answer. Alright? So double check. So go back and look and say, after you think you have your answer, and say, does that look right? If it doesn't look right, then go back and double check. Okay? That's what you've got for today. And I will see you back here with lesson 1-6 tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.